Hey, what's up, everybody? Jonathan back here on the Pacific Inlet map, and night has just about fallen here. Just about going. Got a load of logs here ready to go, so let's see if we can get this sent off. Like we said last time, I was going to try to have at least one trailer loaded up. I've got the other trailer over there ready to be loaded, and I don't think I've got any logs processed. If I did or not. I may have some. Anyway, let's go see if we can't get this sent off. Hopefully it'll just up. Nope. I don't know why. Got nearest waypoint set, so it should just start driving. It eventually will pick up. Keep trying to turn around to get back to the start point. Well, much luck with it. I told it to show waypoint. See, it should start. Maybe I wasn't hitting them just right. Oh, for one thing, I'm on the wrong one. Loop to me. There we go. Yeah, I was on the wrong course. My bad. Yeah, see, okay, so I did have some processed. Trucks maybe head far away. Get this thing cranked up and let's. Probably a truck just. I should do. You're forgetting that with the version 6 machine, FDR logging camera in the cab that works. Getting to set that. Accomplishes. did work on trying to get a course play route set up to deliver the wood chips, but quite just right. Or this version of course play, I don't think is still operating. Haven't tried looking to see if there's anything. I don't think there's anything official yet, because I probably would have heard about it. There's all sorts of imps trying to recreate the Farming Simulator 15 course play for 17. Got one of those working pretty good with just general routes. Try to set up any kind of fancy delivering something that doesn't. Then again, I haven't really tested it fully yet. The route I was trying to set up was I was trying to use semi truck deliver the logs. I mean, not the logs, deliver the wood chips. I think you actually have to be in grain transport mode. Make it actually recognize the trigger and sell the wood. Since I was using a semi, let me go into that mode. That was part of my problem. And then I tried using a tractor. That's going to be tricky at the wood chip sell point. Got to back up in there. Using a tractor, a dolly trailer, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. There is a reverse mode, which I haven't tried a tractor with a dolly with a trailer before, but that might work. Reverse mode is supposed to be if you've got a trailer. It's supposed to drive it in reverse. In fact, I've watched some videos on how to set up course play, over the years. Always recommended not setting up course with actual trailer. Drive your tractor backwards. Stop this. I think we're pretty good on this one. Strap down. See if we can't send this one up. Finally. Got back in. Had moved it, so get all the wood chip. See over there behind us, that's all cleaned up. Bit of aisle left. Put her back in. stump. I thought it would be nice to leave those couple of stumps, right? One right next to the grapple loader and the one in between the last two logs. I thought it'd be good to leave them there. Keep the logs from rolling. I think I need truck pull. We will load up the remaining logs. Then we'll get all this wood chips. Okay, so if you didn't miss it last time, or if you missed it last, I'm going to be going Pacific Inlet map anyway. I'm probably going to be going to 1 hour long video because I really think that we need to get this thing already up into, well, probably if not already, getting close to 60 episodes. Pacific Inlet map. Leave. I think I started it back at 1. Started Pacific. Anyway, you know, I don't want to be episode 200 or something halfway through the map. Need to get a move on. So probably going to at least a little while, see how it goes. Going to 1 hour long videos. Normally I try to stick them to about 30 to 45 minutes. Just for one thing, it makes for smaller file sizes from the upload. Get them uploaded a little quicker. Then it's just you know, easier for me to edit them. But anyway, I think I'm going to a little bit longer videos. Probably go over one. If I do it, maybe 10 or hour 15, something like that. But figure that out. See why it's banker. Other truck should be back just in it. If I see him, I'm gonna hop out. Gonna hop out and stop the drivers. Honey. So 2 or 3 things at once here. See if I can't get me a bigger bucket. I just use the in-game bucket truck for this tractor. This process does work out pretty good. Dump the chips in. Believe it or not, with was this wood pile chip looks over a lot in there. Oh, okay. price. Yeah, I was looking, I think it was yesterday or day before, I was looking at the stats. It's pretty crazy the amount of miles that I've driven just on this map. I think I've gotten up to over 700. In fact, let's go over here. Statistics. Yeah, driving distance 755.7. Guess that's my kilometers, maybe. I wish these guys would give you the option to set it, set your distance. I don't know what that is. Miles could be. Anyway, it's a good bit. Look at all the fuel usage. Liters. Of course, trees cut down. We're getting close to 3,000. Got 123 hours so far. Here's our storage capacity over here. This is the wood chips. We've actually got some in there. I don't know if I talked about this last time, but upgraded the latest version of wood chip storage. So you can see up here where it says farm silo, right here under wood. I've got 67,626 liters stored in the wood chip. So what I'm hoping to do is whenever these prices, right now it's still great demand at the wood sawmill, but I'm going to be selling logs and going to hold off wood chips probably. I may alternate, one in storage, one sell, one in storage. Prices aren't that great. I've seen them higher than that. Wait for them to back up. And once we reach, still working towards getting the crane loader. I think it's 425,000. Once we reach that, we're going to buy a crane loader, put it down at the sawmill. So whenever the wood prices go low, we're going to stockpile the logs at the sawmill, and when the prices go back up, sell them. We'll have a ton to sell. Now that is, of course, if we can keep our maintenance cost up, and have to keep some money in the bank just run the machine. Oh wait, we're still okay. We don't have any logs anyway. Let's get this. Get to talking and I forget what I'm doing. Coffee break. Well, I guess I really can't say it's coffee. It's cappuccino. We got one of those Keurig machines, testing out some different things, and found this these salted caramel cappuccino K-cups. Brookshire's groceries, or if they're up north. But anyway, we found the salted caramel cappuccino. Very good. Yeah, those Keurig machines, those things are nice. We do, of course, my wife does coffee. She's a big coffee drinker. Coffee drinker. Do hot chocolate and tea and salted caramel cappuccinos. I did go in and change the default setting for sawdust 1, so instead of 2, the default's 2. I think that's too high. When I get finished with this wood chip operation, hop out, open up the chainsaw, and look and see what the default is. When I open up the chainsaw, it should say 1 for sawdust thing up there, so hopefully that's... I feel like 2 is just too much, and 3 I hadn't even tried. I don't even want to try it. I'll be picking up wood chips for 2 days, cutting 1 log. Well, you know, I'm a NASCAR fan, but I've been slacking so far. Well, I watched all of the Daytona 500. Got to watch that one, yeah. Opening race, biggest race of the year. I got to watch that one. Watch that. Did not watch Atlanta. I was busy doing something. There's always something around here I'm working on. Probably just busy, but. And then yesterday though, I did watch the very end. What was it? It was one of the... Oh, it was Las Vegas. That's what it was. Las Vegas race. I watched the very end of that one. In fact, like the last 3 laps. We turned it on and 3 laps to go. Brad Keselowski was leading, and Martin Truex Jr. was just about to pass him when I turned it on. And of course, Brad Keselowski had some kind of problems with, I think he said, brakes. So he was dropping back. Then Joey Logano and Kyle Busch were racing back there. Brad Keselowski was up high, and Kyle Busch was on the top. Joey Logano came in behind him, or around him. They went low to avoid Keselowski, and of course, if you've kept up with it, Joey Logano tried to dive under. Well, they weren't really. They were racing. It wasn't really a dive move. Anyway, he dove under Kyle Busch and then got a little loose and drifted up the track and then bumped Kyle Busch, and of course went around all mad, hothead anyway. But anyway, they were showing the end of the race there, and then they cut to the pits, and there's old Kyle Busch mixing it up with Joey Logano's crew. It was funny though, because the reporter was talking to Joey Logano after the race, after the fight even. I think she said something to the effect of something about getting hit or something. I forget what she asked. Anyway, Joey Logano said, "Not me." He must have landed a few punches, or maybe he didn't even participate. I don't know, but well, that Kyle Busch, he's something. One way or the other, he was going to put on a show for his hometown crowd there in Las Vegas, and they got a show. See, we need to get some more logs skidded up. Out. Yeah, you know, I'm really undecided about wood chips. I mean, I have not really been counting those as loads, but if we start chipping up these logs, these little small ones to the right here, the 2 pile, those, I don't like fooling with those, you know. Small logs, they only make 1 log. They're hard to pick up with the skidder. So, what I might do, this may be difficult, but I might try to count every other wood chip load as a load. because we are picking up the sawdust and selling that. Then of course we're going around with all the little pieces of wood, like wood tops, and whenever the processor has to cut off the end to get started, that sort of stuff. Picking up those for sure. Oh, I may just start counting every other load as every other wood chip sale as a load. Alright, so what I think we're going to do for the rest of this video, I want to try to get enough wood skidded up to finish out this truck right over here, the Peterbilt that's partially loaded. I don't think we're going to need much. Looks like there's already nearly a half a load on there. It's pretty close to a half a load, and that's, let's count the tree. Or count the logs anyway. Yeah, what, maybe 2, 4, 6, 8, maybe 8. I think there's about 9 on there. So we probably only need about 6 or 8 trees to get it up. Oh, I never did test out the. Okay, so if we pull up our little menu, it says change sawdust level, and you see down at the bottom where it says level 1, so that's what we need. Good. Tree right here. Okay. I think that's a pretty good size. No, I guess this one. Hard to tell. Well, I've been kind of busy on Facebook, subscribing to different modding channels and stuff. I found, I started off with, I would follow a couple of guys. FDR Login was one of them, although I don't think he does. Well, he does a little bit on Facebook. Anyway, I just kind of started looking around because I knew there had to be some other groups out there that, did modding and put out some machines. Maybe they YouTube channel themselves and forestry. I found, I was invited to join a Facebook group page called Cabs Logging Company. They put out some stuff. In fact, I've got a few things. And then of course Serious Mods, I've been following him for a while. That's the guy that put out the interior map. That's pretty cool. But I've also been following others. I've got some new machines I haven't used yet just because I'm pretty comfortable with the FDR stuff on this map. And with this map we've been going from scratch basically. We started from basically, well, I can't say that. We started with $1 million. I keep getting that, and we repaid the loan. So we pretty much kind of, I'm not. Whenever I want some new equipment, I'm not modding in the money. I can buy it. Like right now, we've got a little over $247,000. Once we reach 425, a little extra, I'm gonna buy the crane loader. Then from there, gonna be pretty much status quo for a while. But eventually I do want to buy another truck. Wood chips. Got 2 log trucks now. Get one for the wood. That should set us up pretty. If you've been watching the channel for very long, keep saying that we're just about there, just about there. Got almost everything we need. We're almost there, you know. But I keep buying other stuff, but you know, new stuff comes out, and then I'll just think about, oh, we probably need this. So I'll go buy it. But we really are just about there. I mean, I'm comfortable with this skidder. I am going to be waiting on, and I think this is kind of where I was headed when I started talking about the Facebook pages, but I found a Facebook page called ZD Logging. I think that stands for Zombie Dogs. I think they've got a YouTube channel, but anyway, they've taken the remember I was using that six-wheeled Tiger Cat skidder, Rambo 145. They took that and have been reworking it. It looks awesome. Video, not the video. They updated their Facebook cover page with the picture of the new skidder they're working on. That thing looks awesome. It's got an enclosed cab. It's got all the correct decals. It says Tiger Cat. It's got the 625E, 635E, whatever it is. And I'm really looking forward to that coming out. And I hope they release it to the public so I can get it. But whenever they do, of course, I'll have the skidder in the game, but then I'll have the link, odds link page. So that reminds me too. If you have not, check out the description, video description. A lot of times, sometimes I forget, but most of the time I've got a few links there, and one of them is a mod link page. So I've got a Google spreadsheet, Google Doc. I've been keeping up with all the mods that I use as they appear in the game. In fact, well, as I'm recording this, I'm several videos ahead, and I think I'm still even using John Deere skidder. But anyway, I've got all the links there. If you want to go download them and use them, of course, that's going to be for PC. I'm not doing anything on Xbox or PlayStation or that. I'm PC, so that's all I'm using. They're all there, at least as I remember to put them there. See what also on that video description, links down there, I've got a blog page set up, and I had intended to use or put some tips and tricks for forestry as I think about stuff, and I just have not had time to update that. I'm gonna get around to it one of these days. You know, like I've used quite a few skidders, also quite a few other machines, and just in general things that work and don't work, or tips you can use to, I don't know, better do something. Maybe I had some ideas and haven't put them down yet, but I don't know if anybody still reads those blogs or not anyway. But get up just a couple more, and then we'll load them up and call that a load, because we're halfway, and it's going to take some time to get them processed and loaded. Anyway, yeah, you can check out that. I don't remember off the top of my head what the address is, but it's there in the video description. I think something like NLA Gaming blogger or something, I forget. But yeah, some of these Facebook pages, these guys, they release them there, but they don't always put them on the mod sites. I think I use Farming Simulator 17 something, I forget what it's called, but anyways, whenever you click on my Google Doc and go to one of those links, machines, most of the time it's going to be whatever that site is. 6. Okay, that ain't. I'm gonna skid up one more tree just to be safe. Yeah, sometimes they release them on those Facebook pages just because those guys that are, it's sort of, I guess, sort of semi-public. If you're a member of that page, you can get access to it, and if not, then you're missing out. But why they don't? I guess. Well, for one thing, you know, those groups, those guys, they work. Oh, that's not loose. They you know, they work pretty hard on those mods. I mean, I've looked at doing some of that myself, and it's easy. A lot of effort that goes in. I can see where they just wouldn't want them released, at least for a while anyway. But there are a lot of good mods out there. Have to hard to look. Most of the time, it's gonna be Facebook. What I've seen, because I've got oh, I don't know, probably right now I've got at least 6 or 8 mods that I'm pretty sure are not anyway. I mean, well, at least on the ones that I've been looking at, the mod pages, they're not there. I've got them. Probably what I'll do. You know what? I'll probably. I've been thinking about this for a little bit. Probably what I'll start doing is I will do some mod showcases, mod spotlights or something. I'll take a mod, test it out, talk about it. I think that's a good way to at least exposure for. Got those. I don't know if at least. Yeah, my cappuccinos get cold. Yeah, see how it's putting down just a little bit of sawdust. That's more. I think I'm gonna. That was probably a small change that deep. Actually, what I had to do, if you're interested, how I did that, download. Just go check. Well, actually, it's gonna be on the mod description. Go into my video description. Click on that mods list link there for Google documents. Look down there for sawdust mod or what it's called. Okay, so if you unzip that, and if you have Notepad++, I use edit the. It's actually the LUA files I edited. So if you go in there and you search, called, I think it was anyway, in the little commented section at the top of the script, you look up there, somewhere in there it'll show you, it'll say something about default. That's what you're looking for, and that's what you need to search for. You should see, once you search for it and find it, it should say 2 out to the right. Just change that to a 1, save it, zip it all back up, put it in your mods folder, and work perfect. Yeah, I would have already had a pretty huge pile of sawdust if I did it default. have more than enough here to finish out. And for next time, I'll try to go ahead and have some, get it up. In case you're wondering, this is still the version 4, I think, processor from FDR login. This machine over here, see the camera doesn't move. This over here, this machine, the Grandpa Loader, that's actually version 6. I decided to stick with version 4 because I knew it works. It's designed better for these logs because I'm still using the version 1 map, Pacific Inlet version 1. I tried upgrading to the version 5 machine processor, and it didn't want to act right. Kept trying to not grab the logs. That wasn't going to work, so switched back to version 4. Have not tried versions since he's got the optimized for 2 or version. Well, I think I like the camera being static. I'm some reason, some kind of combination of buttons I'm hitting, changing the tab. Can't get the Okay, well I think I'm gonna go ahead and hand deliver this truck down here. Profile. Okay. Alright, well let's see, that's 2 loads today. We got 3 last time if I remember correctly. And they're in between videos. I had gotten some wood chips delivered. Anyway, I I don't think there's really any need to show everything. I've tried to, keep at least all the log load. I don't deliver any logs off camera. Sometimes wood chips I will. I think I made one, maybe 2 loads of wood chips in videos. So if you notice, the bank account had a bit more in it than last time. That's probably why. All the logs I'll show you on camera. I won't deliver any of those off camera. But yeah, for next time I'll have some more logs skidded up, processed, and probably have 1 trailer loaded and ready to go. That way we won't be worried about, getting the logs skidded up and processed, loaded. At least have 1 trailer ready to go. And then I'll probably while the well, let's see, I need to get some more trees cut because we're getting a little low on what we got left. So I don't know, I think that's kind of something worth watching. I don't know, I kind of like watching the trees being cut. So tell you what we'll do, I'll cut down a few and get them skidded up. That way we'll have at least 1 load, and while that first load is off to the mill, I'll cut down a few more. Get those skidded up and processed and loaded. Yep, so next time we'll have a load ready to go. I'll cut down a few more trees. Those skidded up, cut and processed. That'll be hopefully next time. Well, we're probably only going to get about 2 loads, I would imagine. This was about where we're going to be at next video, because I had 1 trailer already loaded. I had some wood on the ground that was processed. I skidded up a few more. Didn't cut any. Skidded up a few. Processed and loaded those just about at an hour. So that's probably where we're going to be at next time, unless I decide to really get after it and cut down a bunch of trees and get them up, process them, have a load or 2 ready to go on the ground, and have 1 load already on the trailer. I don't know, we might can get 3. But like I said, I really want to get moving on this series, because I do want to try to cut down not all the trees, but at least the majority of them. I want to see how many loads it takes to cut out this whole map. It's going to be crazy. Probably up into the 300 or 400s loads, I would imagine. Maybe more than that, maybe 500s. Because we're already at 100 and something. Yeah, it's going to be more than that. It's probably going to be close to 1,000 loads, I would imagine. Knock truck. Anyway, yeah, so I'll have some wood there, and we need to get busy. I've designated some areas with those marked trees, and won't cut in those boundaries. That's around the lakes, but everywhere else we're going to be cutting these trees. All these trees over here to the right, all these trees over here to the left, up to the lake. Cutting all that, so we really got to get busy. So I decided to go to 1 hour long videos, and I guess if you watch that long, you don't have to, and just skip around or skip ahead and watch parts of it. what we'll be doing. Get this truck parked. We will see you next time.